Tit for Tat by Samina Aneem, Lavanya Karthik, and published by Karidi Tales. So let's start. It was the first day of summer. Nandini the crane took her place in the river looking for fish. Many hours passed. Her feet were getting cold and she was hungry. But no fish seemed to be coming her way. तो देखिए ये है हमारी प्यारी नंदिनी जो मछलियां पकड़ने की कोशिश कर रही है और देखिए तो सारी मछलियां इस कोने पर बैठी हैं. Suddenly, Nandini heard a voice. She looked up. It was Hira the fox, wearing a wicked smile. What brings you here, Hira? Asked Nandini. Hira replied, I see. You have had no luck catching fish today. Why don't you join me for lunch? What Nandini is going to do? Nandini was taken aback and looked at him suspiciously. Hira was always playing tricks on all the birds and animals in the forest. Could this be one of his pranks? Imagine somebody in your school or in your colony whom you know that is always playing tricks comes to you and asks you to share his tiffin or her tiffin. What are you going to do? Let's see what Nandini did. Come on, Nandini, said Hira when he noticed her hesitation. It's a sincere invitation. Please come to my burrow and I will make a really nice stew for us. All right, smiled Nandini, who didn't want to stand in freezing water any longer. I have not caught any fish anyways. Nandini went to Hira's burrow, feeling excited at the thought of the fresh, hot stew. Her stomach growled in hunger. Come in, said Hira cheerfully. Get ready to taste my special stew. And do you see her stew, Nandini? She's so eager to taste the stew, and the aroma of the stew is coming right from the fox's burrow to Nandini's nose. अब इतनी अच्छी खुशबू आ रही हो तो नंदिनी क्या किसी को भी भूख लग जाए. तो देखते हैं आगे क्या नंदिनी को स्ट्यू मिला. Nandini leaned over eagerly. She gasped when she saw that Hira had placed 2 flat round bowls on the floor and filled them with stew. With her long beak, she could not possibly drink from a shallow bowl like that. Do you want to see? See. देखिए कैसे हीरा ने 2 ऐसे कटोरों में स्ट्यू दिया और नंदिनी बेचारी कितना भी ट्राई कर रही है उसकी चोंच में स्ट्यू का एक घूंट भी नहीं आ पा रहा है. Hira meanwhile lapped up the stew with his snout. He laughed when he saw Nandini's confused face. What's the matter, Nandini? Why don't you try the stew? He teased, and then he continued. If you are going to reject my hospitality, I have no choice but to eat your share too. Hira gobbled up the stew from Nandini's bowl and laughed. Sorry, Nandini. I simply could not resist the prank. Your long beak is so silly. Feeling humiliated and angry, Nandini left Hira's house and went to bed on an empty stomach. See, Nandini, sleeping with her empty stomach. She could not get anything on that day to eat. A few days later, Hira was passing by Nandini's usual spot and caught sight of her. Nandini saw him and smiled. Hungry? She asked, suppressing her giggle. Continued, come home. Later this evening, I'll cook you some fish soup. A surprised Hira thought to himself, the daft old crane had forgotten what I did to her on the other day. Thank you, Nandini. I can't wait to taste your lovely soup. I'll see you in the evening. Hira could not even wait for the sun to set. Shortly after, he darted off toward Nandini's house. He could almost taste her fish soup. He stepped into the cave, his mouth watering. Ah, there you are, Hira, Nandini called out. Are you ready for the best meal of your life? Hira let out a squeal of delight. He looked around to see where the lovely smell of fish was coming from. Do you see? Hira, he's all ready to taste that soup. That smell is like actually, look at him with the smell going in his nose. Let's see what happens next. Hira saw two tall jars with long necks. Nandini had poured the soup into these jars and the liquid was right at the bottom. Hira knew he could not reach the soup with his broad snout. He watched as Nandini gracefully inserted her long beak into the jar and drank her soup. You just see what Hira is doing. Look at him. Yeah, look how difficult it is. He's trying to look for the soup inside the jar. What's the matter, Hira? Nandini asked cheekily. Why don't you try the stew? If you're going to reject my hospitality, I have no choice but to eat your share too. Hira just stared at her with his mouth open. For this first time, the cunning fox had been outfoxed by an old crane. As Nandini guzzled the soup from the second jar, laughing the whole time, he smiled shamefacedly and trotted away, hoping to find a nice dinner somewhere else. So that was the story of our crane Nandini and fox Hira. Don't you think story is so true to the title tit for tat? Did you enjoy the story? Do let me know. Thank you.